2027 coming to you from my kitchen. About to talk about thou shalt not tithe. Reference, I've got a few references, but I'm only going to give you one. The New Catholic Encyclopedia. I'm going to list the rest in your where you can read about it. The early church had no tithing system. The tithes of the Old Testament were regarded as abrogated by the law of Christ. It was not that no need of supporting the church exists or was recognized, but rather that other means appeared to be suffice. Irenaeus and Origen spoke rather partly of the institute of tithes, as though there were not something mean in it, and unworthy of the general of Christianity. But as the church expanded and its material needs grew more numerous and complex, it became necessary to adopt a defined rule to which people could be held either by a sense of moral obligation or by a positive law. Okay, that was page 175 of the New Catholic Encyclopedia. You can look it up. They brought it back as a means to get money. They had no means of tithe in the first century church. Okay, we're going to read a few things that Jesus Christ spoke in different verses. Matthew 23:23. Woe unto you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you by hypocrites! You give a tenth of your spice, mint, dill, and cumin, but you have neglected the more important matters of law, justice, mercy, faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter without regarding the former. That was an NIV of Matthew 23:20. Now RSV. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you tithe, mint, and dill, and cumin, and have neglected the weightier matters of the law, justice, and mercy. Faith, these you ought to have done without neglecting others. And now King James, our old King James, and then you can read, I'll have some more later. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you have paid tithes of mint and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, faith. These ought you have done, and have done the other, have left the others undone. Okay, Jesus Christ would rather you give love, grace, mercy, peace, live love, and then give money, And if you look up the tithe in the Old Testament, the tithe was given of cattle. If you didn't have 11 cattle, you didn't give, you kept the 10. Or if you had 9, you kept the 9. Okay, and I've gave you a lot of references. Okay, but we need to look at Hebrews 7:1 real fast. But this Methuselah, king of Salem, priest of the Most High God, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the king, and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a tenth part of all his firstborn interpretation, king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem, which is king of peace, without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning nor days, nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of God, abideth a priest continually. And consider how great this man was, unto whom even the patriot Abraham gave a tenth of his spoil. And verily, they that are of the sons of Levi, who received the office of priesthood, have a commandment to take tithes of the people according to the law, that is, of their brethren, though they come out of the lines of Abraham. But he whom descended is not counted from them received tithes of Abraham, and blessed him that hath the promise. And without all condition, the law, the less is blessed by the better. The less is blessed by the better. See, we're getting a better. Now what's going on in verse 8? And here men that die receive tithes. Men that die receive tithes. But there is received him of whom is witness that he liveth. And as I may so say, Levi also, who received tithes, paid tithes in Abraham. For he was yet in the lines of his father, when Methuselah met him. And if therefore perfection were by the Levites, priesthood, perfection was by the Levites. You getting that? For under it the people received the law. What further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Methuselah, and not be called after the order of Aaron? For the priesthood being changed, there is made it necessary of change also the law. A change of the law, necessary, because of Jesus Christ, the greater priesthood. In verse 13, for he whom these things are spoken pertaining to another tribe, of which no man giveth attention at the altar. For it is evidence that our Lord sprung out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spoke nothing concerning priesthood. And it is yet far more evidence, For that after the cemetery there's a rites and then a priest, whom is made not after the law of a carnal commandment, law is carnal, fleshly commandment, but after the power of an endless life, for he testified, thou art the priest forever and ever, after the ordinance is death. Okay, now we've read so much, and we've seen so much, and it looks like we're going to have to add a little bit to this in a minute or two, but that's alright. We're not going to add a whole lot, but I'm going to add a few, about a minute or two after. Okay, I'm back. Okay, if you're going to give to the church, give on the stewardship to support it. Not that you owe money. I mean, I'm not saying not give to the church. I'm saying give in the right frame of mind. See, they give to support the temple in the Old Testament, but now you are the temple. It's you. And I prefer giving to where I can see it help it. Individual needs, one-on-one. But it's up to you how you give. You know, it's not, the tithe is not, it's a law. It's a carnal law. It's dead. If you read Hebrews, like I give you a little incense on it, you'll see that. It's no longer of the power. You know, read it closely, that they said it was. Now there's a lot you can go into, a lot you can study. But I cannot give you all the answers, and I love you. And I just wanted to give you a hint on this thing so you can look into it. Thank you for joining us with a holy kiss. God bless you. With a holy kiss blowing your way, Roy. I've enjoyed doing this. I hope it helps some, and I hope it gets you searching the tithe. Because we do not have to pay the tithe. It's not a law. You give because you support. You do not owe the church. You do not need to make any preacher rich. Just give because you love. Thank you, and God bless you.